back to my channel. It's your girl Cici and you're watching Cici TV. If you see me in this shirt and him sitting right here, I just did 2 videos in one day, so don't judge me. So today we're gonna do a get to know me so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. He's just gonna be sitting here probably talking mess because that's what he does. I did this questions on Instagram, so if you don't follow me on Instagram already, go ahead and go over to Instagram and put in my user, which I'll link down below or right here. So yeah, let's get to know me. So the first question is relationship tips. I kind of said this in my how well do you know your partner video that I'll be posting with him, but I'll just do it again. So some relationship tips I have are definitely communication, honesty, and being yourself. Like those are like my top 3, I would say. You'll know if it feels right. Even though you could be with somebody for so long, but even if like in those years if just something doesn't feel right, maybe, you know, reevaluate yourself. I don't know, but again, just those are my top 3 relationship tips. And don't rush into anything. Like just take your time with it. Like if you think you'd be better off just being friends, do that. This one says dream vacation. I have a few, so bear with me. The first one, you know what it is?
Nope.
You do know what it is. He'll be like, oh, when I say it.
If you really want to know what I'm saying, I was gonna say Bora Bora.
It's on there.
But it's not. That's why I said the first one.
Okay, the first one, you should know this. Push his glasses up, because what the heck. I want to go to Kenya to right. I'm gonna go to Kenya to the giraffe manor. Giraffes, y'all. I have a giraffe tattoo. And giraffes are my favorite animal because the meaning behind them is to stand tall. So whenever I look down at my giraffe, I remember, especially if I'm being like stressed out, I just remember to stand tall. Everything's gonna work out in your favor, and work out how it's supposed to work out for you. So that's my dream vacation. I guess I'll just say that one because that's like my number 1 place I want to go. But number 2 would be Maldives. Number 3 would be Bali, and number 4 would be Bora Bora. So those are like my top 4 right there. This one says, are you into astrology and what is your sign? Sometimes I feel like the astrology posts I read are coming from my life. So I feel a way, but that's just probably the emotional side to Pisces. And I'm a Pisces, so I kind of believe in them in a way, but sometimes they're a little off. But most times I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's me. Pet peeves.
What you looking at me for?
Because you should know.
It ain't my fault.
But you know.
Oh, you want me to say it?
I want you to say it.
When she has to repeat herself.
I hate repeating myself. I get so irritated. I try not to. I don't like it. Especially if it's like after the 3rd time I'm saying it, I'm just like, bro, never mind. Like, I'm over it.
I be deaf sometimes.
No, you are deaf, period.
So, I be getting on her nerves every day.
That's my number 1 pet peeve. Another 1 pet peeve I have is when I can hear people like, okay, I can hear people chew, that's fine, but like when they're smacking their lips. Oh my god, I understand y'all sometimes because it'd be so good, but like, okay, after the 3rd time, please just chew it with your mouth closed, please. I don't want to see how your food gets broken down. That's a lot. Like, I don't need to see it. Just go ahead and enjoy your food over there. Or you know what, go far away from me and then you can chew with your mouth open. I don't like hearing that. Let's see. As a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? Honestly, my mom was a teacher. She's a teacher / guide. So I wanted to be that too. But I think my main thing when I was younger was that I wanted to like help people. So I felt like if I was a teacher, like that'd be my way of like helping people. How did James and I meet? So that's also, if you click the link down below for the how well do you know your partner, you hear how we met, but I'll go ahead and tell you guys in this video as well. We met in high school. We talked for a little bit in high school, but like I said in my video, we decided to take a little break from each other for a while, and then he kind of slid in my DMs. Yeah. But it was just cute. It was just like conversation before. It was like a little rekindling of our friendship. He used to send me like music and stuff, and that's kind of how we started talking again. And then he asked me on a date. We went to Bonefish Grill, and then we went on like our real date, and like I went to Jamaica, and then when I came back, right?
Yeah.
When I came back, we went on our date. How was my experience at Mason? So for some of you that don't know, I went to George Mason University here in Northern Virginia in Fairfax. My experience at Mason was subpar. It was okay. My freshman year, I only hung out with the girls I lived with, and that was cool, but we definitely needed space. Don't live with your friends if you want to keep them. Me and those girls are fine now. Shout out to y'all. Definitely my sophomore year, I lived under a rock. I went to no parties. I didn't drink. I just really did work and stuff. And then my friend Leslie, who I knew from high school, came to Mason, and I wanted her to have like a good time. So then we started to go out a lot more. And let me tell you, by my second semester of sophomore year, I was lit like every weekend. But definitely my junior years, when it was like we were going out on a Sunday, like, so it's like so, but definitely like the experience there was mostly positive. One thing I do is just that they had more focus in the Black community and on some things. But I mean, I feel like just because of everything that's going on right now, that's just a hot topic for everywhere. Like, people are noticing it more. Like, when I was there, I didn't notice it as much until like probably my senior year is when I noticed it. And I was at Mason for 5.5 years, which I'll get into that next. But I do think the experience at Mason within the Black community was positive for me. I had more fun my junior and senior years. With the S. So you're probably asking like, dang, why are we there 5.5 years? And this will also answer my event management question that someone had asked me about event management, which I'll do another video on event management itself, but this is how I got into it. So coming in 2014, I was an 19-year-old student thinking I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And this is also a message to, you know, people who are going to college, people who are thinking about getting their math. This is just a message to anybody who it can touch. I went in thinking I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to major in kinesiology. My mom, I think she put that, but they gave her athletic training for when I had to check in. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna roll with it. So I go in, my first like year, I loved it. Like, it was dope. I thought it was so cool. Like, I was learning everything about the body. It was hard, but I was like, I don't give up. Like, I'm going to finish this. So I went and I did really good. I retook classes that I needed to, and did all of that. And then it wasn't until I was in my last year, I think I had 4 classes left. 3 or 4 classes left in athletic training. And I had a internship, and it just didn't work out for me. We did not mesh well together. And my advisor decided to come after class one day with papers in her hand, basically telling me that I needed to switch. She didn't really ask. She had already bought the papers. She said, you know, go home and think about it. Well, thank you. I would like to choose my career. But also the semester before, I was taking research methods in the summer, and I was just printing something, and then as I was waiting for it to print, because it was like a 23 long page paper, I was just looking around the office, and I saw like minors. I was like, you know, like, while I'm still here, I might as well do a minor. So this is before she had even came after my class. So when she comes out of my class, I go home, I think about it, and like my book flips to where I had saved that paper, and it was for event management. This is just for the minor. So when I go and talk to her the next day, and I was like, you know, like, I was looking at event management, and she was like, okay, like, yeah, like, we'll hook you up with you know, that advisor. And so she did, and then I went to go meet that advisor, and that's kind of how I switched over to event management. And I know it was a better switch because, one, you could tell it in my grades. Like, I think the lowest grade I got during the whole thing was like a 78, which is like a C+. Other than that, I got all A's and B's after I switched. That my attitude was better. I was much more happy, less stressed. Like, I was actually enjoying like the learning process. So that's how I got into event management and tourism. But also my first semester in events was a trip to Jamaica. So it really sold me because I had already been to Jamaica. So I was like, oh my God, I get to go again. So half the semester was like learning the Jamaican culture, and then the other half was like actually going to experience. And it wasn't just like we went to the beach twice. So it wasn't just like a vacation. We stayed in Kingston, we stayed in Montego Bay, which is a tourist site, and then we also went to go visit other parishes that were on that island that I didn't get to see when I went and stayed on a resort. So that's how I got into that major. But also this is just like a lesson to you guys that don't just determine what you want to do your freshman year. Like, at least take a year to decide what it is you like and make sure you like it, and don't feel like you have to finish school in 4 years. But I'm not saying stay long and like do bad, but I'm saying just make sure you get your worth, because a lot of people were saying just finish, like just finish it out with athletic training. I'm like, but I didn't want to graduate with a degree that I wasn't going to use, and I wanted to do event management. Now I don't know anything about event management. Why would I do something that I know nothing about? So I just decided, I'm like, if I know I hadn't played around for the last 3.5 years or 4 years, then I don't feel bad about staying another extra 1.5 years. So I know that I put in work the whole time that I was there, so I didn't feel bad about staying longer. Now, if I had dilly-dallied around and was just like, oh, whatever, and I was just there for 5.5 years just cause, then yeah, I would feel like, dang, I wasted my time. But I know I didn't. There was never a time where I wasn't wasting my time. Okay, so yeah, that was a lot, but that I thought, that would help somebody if they don't know what the heck they're doing. Don't feel like you have to know what you're doing.
Right, so if you don't know, don't be quick to choose that major.
Yeah.
Chill out for the first semester or even that year, because usually you don't have to declare your major till like sophomore year. So figure it out, test every water that's there.
Do all your general studies. Take some extra credits you can do. That's how you can really figure out what it is you like. So if you went to school for nursing, but really you like art and design, take some extra curriculums on art and design and see if that's what you really like. I wish that that's something that I would have done.
Yeah.
Mason had it. Mason can make things happen for you, even if it wasn't a major or a minor, they could make that for you. So it's just like, I wish that I did take some of those, but we're here now, so it's fine. but yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there. How to stay motivated to exercise. This one is a great question because it's not every day. Most of the time I'm like laying in bed and I'm like, I did not want to work out. But one, I'm sitting here, it's quarantine, I'm job searching, so I don't have much to do. I'm graduated, so I'm like, there's really no excuse as to why I'm not working out. So that's one way I stay motivated. But another way is just that it makes me feel the way it makes me feel. I feel I'm more positive when I work out more. Like when I don't work out as much, I'm not as bubbly as I usually am. So if I work out more, I'm feeling better about myself. I'm feeling more positive. I'm just feeling myself. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like Cici. You feel me? So I'm feeling like Cici. So I stay motivated that way. Plus, I love seeing change in my body. Or when people mention, like, he'll be like, you look smaller. I'm like, thanks. I guess I just gotta keep going, huh?
Let it look just like that.
But it's just like, I just like the way, and then like when you put your clothes on and it feels different. So I don't weigh myself as much anymore. I look at the small wins. So like if my clothes are fitting better, or if I order something, like I ordered pants from Pretty Little Thing. If you guys saw my my PLT try on haul for the girls in the middle, you'll see that those pants were like a 12. I could have worn an 8. So it's just like those little things. Like I could fit a different size, or like my shirts are fitting different, my pants are fitting different. So those are things I look for that motivate me to keep going and keep working out, and noticing that I can work out harder. Because I'll do a review on when I start doing like my my weight loss journey. I'll just do reviews on different exercises I've done. So I just did morning meltdown 100 on Beachbody. And when I started out, it was definitely like hard, but he was on the phone with me when I did my last day, and he was like, you don't even look tired, you don't even seem tired. So like just knowing that I'm able to work out longer and harder is also something that motivates me. And then another thing also is like staying motivated. So the same thing as working out, but staying motivated in life. Just like, I don't know if I said this before, but I like change. And that is kind of what keeps me motivated, like to keep going. Like things change every day, and not every day is going to be the same, and just kind of like looking forward to each day. I'm getting better at like being positive. I'm a pretty positive person, but definitely like during the pandemic has made me more, it definitely has gotten me down for sure.
But also you have to stay patient.
Yeah, that's
Patience is another thing. A lot of people want things to happen just like that, and that's not how it works.
It's not.
You have to stay patient.
I'm not patient. I want to work out, and I want to have a six pack and a nice butt in like the day today. Just knowing that every day is not going to be the same kind of like makes me motivated. Even if I'm having like a bad day, I started to really like revert to meditation, especially during the pandemic. A lot of breathing practices, a lot of meditation, or simply just crying it out. That's meditation. Taking a hot shower, self-care. Like I don't allow myself to be sad for too long, and that's easy for me to say. That might not be easy for someone else to say. But I definitely talk to him. I don't know how to bottle my emotions. I bottle them up for maybe like an hour, and then like after that I'm venting to him. So that's kind of what happens when I'm down. But most times I'm positive. Most times I'm motivated to like keep it moving. And the last one says, why you so fine? Shout out to my boy Damien. I'm so fine because my mama fine, okay? She fine as wine. She fine as wine. Shout out to my mama Sean. She's so fine. We like twins. We literally look the same. But that's all the questions I have today. If you'd like to learn more about me, DM me on my Instagram, and I will definitely fit those in another video. But if you like this video, go ahead and like it. But like, comment, and subscribe down below. Be blessed, be humble, be you. Peace.